I just saw Greg E say it's Friday the 13th, so everything that can go wrong will go wrong and more. Good evening all. Welcome in this steaming hot... Uh-oh. Did this power supply fail? No. Steaming hot edition, or whatever we're going to call it, because in my room here, I think it's 30 degrees. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's less. Let's check. Oh, okay. It says 28, but it feels like 30. Oh man, it's warm. Oh. Cold lights on. I wish I had those. No, it's still daylight. No, that's the outside light. I can't really do anything about that. It's 9 o'clock at evening here, so it's still full bright. Oh wait, music too loud. Music there. There we go. Okay, let's stop following some discussions here. There. 38 degrees! Oh my god. I'm not made for those kind of temperatures, sorry. Hey there, Kavik. Let's say hello to everyone. Nigel Young. Interesting night. Let's see. Exactly. I got this thing at the... Well, I'll tell you guys later. Yeah, we'll see. And Mikea 1821 says hello, or hello, and F. Paul says hello. Another day in an electroic world. Think it will have melted by the time this stream starts. Yeah, you and me both there, Jacco. Dutch Maker is here. He's even in 38 degrees. Intel Quinn, what? So Kavik's here and Scott L and now some Ultra. Yes, we actually need something different. We need to make something better. So let's make something better. Let's make it a very cool font. There. I'll show you in a second. This stupid software is stupid. What are you doing? There. Let's go. Oh, it's a bit big. Okay, hold on. I think I want the vanilla. We have two Cokes today. Two Cokes. We have a Coke Cherry 0 and a Coke Vanilla 0, and we have a Roomy and a BFF. But I want the vanilla, so the BFF has got stupid cables. That's the problem with wireless mouse. They're not wireless permanently. So let's remove the BFF and make it ultra cool. There. Now it's ultra cool. So if I drink it, I'm also ultra cool. Maybe. 32, but massive lightning rainstorm. Damn. No alcohol. Nope, I don't drink alcohol. Let's see in my Home Assistant. Room temperatures. what the humidity is. I don't actually know. Humidity and battery there. So the humidity is, let's say, in the kitchen. Oh, this stupid graph doesn't show me there. Humidity in the kitchen. 63%. But it varies over the house. The office is about 60%, and the hallway is about 58%. The bedrooms are all about 52, 53, 56, 57. So yeah, it varies a lot. Yep. Florida's so normal, yeah, probably. Yeah, for here it's really hot, and it's also suddenly very hot. I mean, you know, it wasn't that hot before, but it got this hot like in a single day. So that's a big adjustment. My house, it's like in the hallway downstairs, it's 25 degrees. I guess I can show you this, huh? Hold on. It's not perfect, but I'll have to do. There. I have those Xiaomi sensors still that I did videos on many years ago. Not all have a battery. This one ran out recently, but most are pretty accurate, like 1 minute ago, 17 seconds ago, 3 minutes ago, so those are fine. But in the hallway downstairs, it's 25.4, then in the hallway on the first floor, it's 26.6, and then in the hallway in the attic, you're gonna die, it's 28.5. We sleep in the attic just to, you know. But there should be an air conditioning now, because our normal air conditioning died. And you can see here the air conditioning working, but it's not keeping up. So the heat from the outside is overwhelming the air conditioning. It's now started to cool down a little bit, but hopefully by the time we go to bed, it's, you know, 21, 22 degrees, that's fine. Yeah, our normal air conditioning has been working fine for the past 8 or 9 years. But I think it's ran out of gas, so the gas liquid, whatever, that runs in the tubes. And it turns out it's still R410A or something, so it's not R43 or 34, whatever, or 32, what is regular nowadays. So it's been really hard to get a hold of someone to... you know, fix that. So our air conditioning is still broken, which sucks. Because we sleep in the attic, but it's only viable if you have an air conditioning. No. The filters are clean, and I dusted it and stuff like that. But I think after so many years, some of the gas just evaporates. So we need a gas refill, but it's a much less used standard nowadays. So it's hard to get. There's a lot of heat going on in Los Angeles. Okay. Let's see how many people are here. 49, that's pretty good for a hot summer's day. Oh, 54 even. Wow. I will be there in 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're taking your weather with you. Well, still 3 minutes until we get started. I'm not sure it's going to be a long one today because the normal house is a lot cooler than where I am. Whew. I'm surprised all the technology is still working in this room, because it's like 10 degrees warmer than it normally is. I actually did a lot of network changes, and I now have a single tiny switch with no cooling that has two 10 gigabit GBE, so Ethernet copper SFP Plus modules in there. Those things run hot. So, I don't know, so far it seems fine. It's a nice 25 in London at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I did a lot of, well, not so much network changes. I did some network changes, but I did a lot of changes around the house. The new cluster is finally operational and has become production, basically, because all the old stuff is now off. All the data has been migrated. And if you're interested in all of that, there might be a video at some point. But I'm not good at making videos about that. But if you go to my long forgotten website, where it all started, Intermit.Tech, or well, it goes to blog.quinorian.org. I never fixed that. I've actually been doing a lot of articles about my cluster and the migration and things like that. So there's a lot of articles here about the hardware and why buy new or second hand and what hardware to choose, and the cases I built it with. If you follow the live stream, you've seen me building those. Fan choices and decoupling. I did some storage benchmarks with PCIe Gen 5 and Gen 4 and Stripe Gen 4 and all kinds of stuff. And more recently, I did an article on how to update Minisforum firmware or BIOS without having Windows. Later, Dutch maker. And I did an article if you have multi-NIC configuration in Proxmox, how I set it up. And I did do it a bit differently, because I want to have double default gateways, one for each NIC separately, because I have lots of sublets and VLANs, so, well, long story. Then there's some random cluster and 2025 ZFS bits, and there's some ZFS migration article, how I migrated my storage from the old cluster to the new cluster, basically. And then there's an article about Proxmox and PVE Z-Sync, which is also cool. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check out Intermit.Tech, because that has a lot of new articles on there. They're quick, random blurb articles. They're not like very long things, but you know. And maybe at some point there will be a video about some of this. Maybe there won't be. Who knows? Yeah. So yeah. Quin LED outdoor connector pins are only rated for 3 amps. You mean the JST JWPF connectors, the waterproof ones? Officially they're rated for 3 amps, but there's no problem running 5 amps with the cables we use. So, yeah. And that's only in an extreme situation anyway, I'd say. So. At least I did extensive testing on that, and they will not overheat. So. A lot of the JST spec is based around also what kind of cable you put in there. I know the connector officially is 3 amp, but if you have a larger diameter cable, which can also handle a higher temperature, you know, it can do a bit more. Right, we're 1 over. So last week, no, not last week, the week before that, we took a look at this IoT button, and I think, oh, wait. I think the hardware, okay, the hardware is actually very nice, but the way it works on Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi wasn't meant to do this, because it needs to boot up, connect to your Wi-Fi, and, well, actually, I think the automations we set up at that point are still live. So let me press the button to boot the button. Oh, wow, okay. That actually worked a lot better than I thought. Okay, yeah, so... Okay. Oh, now it's fine, actually. Wow. I tried it earlier this week, and then it wasn't fine at all. Okay, well... the reliability of Wi-Fi and buttons seems a bit spotty. Maybe at some point, when it's not this hot, we'll figure out a way to run it on ESPNow, which it should also do. I don't have Zigbee. It can also do Zigbee, but I don't have Zigbee. So yeah, an ESPNow or Bluetooth or something should be better suited for working with a button than something that runs on a battery, so doesn't keep the Wi-Fi connection. Anyway, today isn't about that. Today is about this thing. Does this box have a front? No. I was at the Home Assistant Community Day a few weeks back, and there they were distributing some goodies, and IoTorero, although better known as Atom Technology, they had sponsored some goodies to distribute there, and this is a PG01 smart plug. Now, this box is a bit misleading in my opinion, because what's inside is actually the newest one, because here you can already see it says ESP32C3 and made for ESPhome. I like things that are made for ESPhome. I try to make all the hardware I make also compatible with ESPhome. So, and there's a smart plug in there, but it's actually the PG01. Let's see if my camera can do this. Nope. Come on. There. The PG01 V3 EU16A. And that means it's the V3 with the ESP32C3 inside. And it should be natively ESPhome, which, well, I think is very interesting. Now, I thought, okay, we did the button. So let's see what we run into while doing this plug, right? Yeah, that's the idea for today. We're just going to, take a look at this plug and see how well it works. Now, I didn't prepare this, so I don't have a stekker doos on the desk. Let me go get a stekker doos. Hold on. There. Whoa. Here we have a stekker doos. Sorry, I thought I'd throw a Dutch word in there. An extension cord or extension socket, or I never know what these things are called in English. Well, I mean, let's see what we're going to run into. Does it do the power measurement correctly? Can we, get to the ESPhome configuration? Because last time that actually took us on a little bit of a search. Because if you normally adopt it, you can't change the ESPhome configuration to suit your network, for instance, and stuff like that. Yeah, I like Brennan's tool. So most of the stuff here, also in the garage studio, they're also Brennan's tool. It's a brand, but it's not too expensive, I think. You get good quality and, There. Don't need these. Okay, so let's put this in here. Oh, we can also measure idle power usage. With my other meter. So let's, let's try and do this. Power strip, yes. No smoke yet, no smoke yet. So I'm just going to plug it in over here, there. Oh, nice. They also fit this stecker those pretty well, power strip, except that you will not be able to put a thing next to it. But then again, you know, these will always be slightly big, so I guess if you put it over here, can you still use, yeah, you can still use this button, that's good. And you can still use this button. So, you know, it's not too bad, except this will be blocked, but what are you going to do, right? Okay, let's turn the socket on my wall on. 0 watts. Okay, then let's turn this one. Oh, these are all on. Okay, let's turn all these off. There. We're currently drawing 1.15 watts. That's okay. Oh, the button is blinking blue. Okay. So probably I can now let me pull that up real quick. Hold on. Yeah, we see a. I'm hearing some weird noises outside. Hold on. Don't know. We can now see an Atom smart plug, so let's log into that. Okay, let's. Oh, yeah. Okay, connect only at this time. Is it discoverable via Bluetooth? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my Bluetooth's off. I don't know. We'll see. No, doesn't look discoverable by Bluetooth. That's fine. I like the Wi-Fi stuff. So we're connected to it. And can we click on it now? Connected without internet not secure. Okay. But how do I... It doesn't have a portal page then? Or... Can I... No, yeah. No internet. Okay. Maybe because I was messing with things. Let's try it again. Smart plug. Checking the quality. Okay. I don't care. Always connect. Connected without internet. Maybe I need to read the manual. I would have expected the ESPhome portal page to come up. But seemingly it doesn't. Where's step 1? Pairs with Wi-Fi. Let's see. Pairs with Wi-Fi. Power on. Choose the Wi-Fi router. Yeah, this looks like the ESPhome Wi-Fi selection thingy. Until configuration page pops up. It doesn't. Okay, let's unpower it. I'll put it over here. You're not connected. It's turned off. Okay, let's power it on again. Click Manage Router in Network Settings. Click Manage Router. What? I've never done that before. But we can try. Okay, let's see. Atom. Normally I just get a pop, you know, I can just click on it like in WLED or ESPhome or whatever, and then I can go there. But it's now, okay, let's go here. Manage Router. Thank you very much. Does it say this in the manual? Pair with Wi-Fi and wait several seconds until configuration page pops up. Nowhere does it say manage Wi-Fi. Interesting. Yeah, 4.1. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, Slizert. Silert? Okay, yeah. Okay, let me connect to this network real quick. Hold on. I guess I should connect it to IoT. It's a Chinese manual. What did you expect? Oh, wait. I'm not actually sure what the password is for IoT. I don't join devices there very often. Let me check if it arrived. Yeah. I did. It did. Okay. No, I didn't. Oh, God. What's the password? I don't know. Let me check. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I got the wrong password. Well, that's interesting. I got the wrong password. Let's see what it does. Okay, I think it just... let's reboot it. Just use WPS like a maniac to connect. No, I'm not going to push any buttons. Okay, I just disconnected the power and put it back again. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Hopefully it pops up again because it can't connect. Does MicroTik even support WPS? I don't know. Actually, I never looked at it. Let's hope it comes back with some fallback network once it can't connect. You'd think so. Otherwise, this is a very short live stream. Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Really? It doesn't come back? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, phew. Okay, so oh no, can we do manage router now? Uh-oh. Seems the manage router option is now gone, which was easier before. One moment. 192.16841? No. What? It disconnected. Why did it disconnect? It disconnected, so we have to wait again. This is how it really goes, right? Everything normally in videos goes perfect the first time. But in reality, we spend hours messing with this stuff. Well, we have to wait for it to pop up again. Okay, let's remove power. It's fast enough to strobe. Nice. Okay. Well, we have to wait for it to pop up again. You're falling asleep. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. You're still stuck in the days level. How do I reset it, Rob? Does it say? Oh, you can actually pair with Bluetooth. Oh. Johnny might have been onto something here. Pairs with Bluetooth. But then again, my home assistant doesn't have Bluetooth, so... Wild guess, hold the button. Yeah, but that's a guess. I don't know what the button does. For 30 seconds! Wow. We got it to pop up again earlier. Okay, we're gonna turn it off. Let's wait a few seconds. Turn it on. And we're gonna wait for the network, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna try holding the button for, you know, random amounts of time. Come on. Toggle Wi-Fi again. This one? Okay. You gave 24 volt LED drive at 230. What? Exactly my problem with Zigbee plugs. Well, you can't fill in the wrong password for the Wi-Fi, but... Yeah, that's true, Dutch Towers. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold this button for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20... Oh, hey! It popped up. I don't know why, but it's here. Okay, we're connected to it, but then I don't have that stupid button. We're in 192... Oh, manage router. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, let's see if it's connecting in my router. Yes! Atom Smart Plug. It got an IP. Whoa. Let me check if there's something on that IP. Oh, okay. It's running a website. I need to do some. Oh no. I can do this. Yeah. So this is the plug. We're now connected to QIoT. That's good. It keeps a track of energy. We can factory reset it with the button. Okay. IP address, MAC address, time for the last restart. Okay. Power factor. Safe mode. Switch. Let's turn the switch. Oh, yeah, it did it. And the LED also changed. Switch off. Switch on. Why is it still blinking? Status LED on. No. Off. No. Okay. Well, it's reading the voltage. That's good. And the Wi-Fi. I generally leave it on DHCP. More important stuff, I give a reserved address in DHCP. But my DHCP is set on my IoT network to have a device keep the same IP for, like, I don't know, 365 days. So even if a device is off for 2 or 3 months and it comes back online, it'll still keep the same IP because my router keeps track of that. So yeah. Let's see. Currently it's drawing 1.08 watt from the socket, and with the switch on, it's drawing 1.65. So it's about 60 0.6 watts for the relay, it seems. We can also hear it, listen to it. Hold on. Click. Yeah. Yeah, MAC address can work too. Yeah. Okay, let's re-enable the music. A healthy relay, yes. I've actually had a lot of these in the house before, but I actually stopped using them because over time, those were hacked Tuya plugs, basically. But over time, about half of them failed, like 2-3 years in. So I removed all of them because that wasn't really useful. I don't know how long this one's going to last. This one's actually going to be for the lights for the aquarium of my girlfriend. So that's going to be, interesting. So, sounds like a turn signal. Yeah. Right, so it is 10.10.127. Let's go to Home Assistant. This is again my production Home Assistant because I don't know why, but it is. Right, we can't add it to ESPhome because we don't have the configuration. We'll look at that later. But we should be able to add it here. Devices, add. Oh, it's ESPhome. And this is the IP. But I don't have a password. So we'll see. Submit. Success! Okay, cool. Skip and finish. Okay, so now we have the Atom plug in Home Assistant. Yours auto-discovered. Well, yeah, but I have a segregated network, so my Home Assistant server is in a VM subnet, and then my IoT is in another subnet, and my other Wi-Fi is in another subnet, and my LAN is in another subnet. Yeah, it's all routed, so auto-discovery things are not going to work. So let's see, switch. Yeah, works. It seems now that we've adopted it to Home Assistant, it also stopped blinking. So that's good. Okay, we have apparent power, current energy, power factor, total energy. Okay. Oh, we have diagnostics. Ooh. We have the connected SSID, the IP address, last reboot, I think. Last restart, yeah. MAC address, status connected. Okay, well, that's good. Check how accurate it is in terms of power. Yeah. Can I do that? I think so. Yeah, I think I can do that. I need to think. Let's try that real quick. It's interesting to know. Let's try it with my solder fume sucker. I can first plug it into this socket over here. Oh. Because it's in a measurement device on the wall. Yeah. Let's turn this off. Okay, so wall power usage is now 0. And let's turn this on. No, I need to hit the plug. Yeah, this light's always a bit iffy. It's currently drawing 22.10 watts. Okay. The wall device is very accurate. That's a Zuritech PR10 power recorder. So, okay, let's plug it into here. We have to wait for it to boot, maybe? I don't know. Is it already online? No. Now it is. Okay, so I turned it on. And let's do it again. So it says it's drawing 23.3 watts from the wall, but of course part of that is the plug itself. And right now the plug is saying 15 watt. 20, okay, 20, yeah, we're getting there. There. Needed that. Okay. Okay, so the wall is still saying 23 watt, and this is saying 20 watt. Let's give it one more time to update. $19.8. Okay, so it's underreporting by about a watt or so, 1 to 1.5 watt. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, let's turn it off. Click. I guess I can grab more from the closet, because we have a thing we built during the live stream which can suck away a lot of energy. Hold on. Oh, we actually have two different sizes. We can use the small hot plate, or, hold on, we can use the big hot plate. If you can dig it out. We can use this big old hot plate. I don't remember how many watts it is though. It might be 200 watts. The VA is 25.7. Yeah, that's a bit over, but yeah. So we can use the big or the small hot plate. What do you guys think? Let me find a cord. Stay there. One moment, please. There. I need to get a cord, it seems. That's fine. Wait. There should be some cords up here. Oh, yeah. Good. Which will make the most smoke? I think this one, because I use this one the most. You can see it's all dirty and stuff. Yeah, the power factor is going to be shit. But, you know, we have to test it with something. Well, we'll try the big one. I don't remember how much watt it's supposed to take, so I imagine it's more than the small one. Although the small one is a Quindor special, so you never know. Okay, let's go. There. Oh, I need to turn the plug on. Plug on. And then let's turn this guy on. Let's not put the cord next to it. I don't remember if it starts heating automatically or not. Oh, yes, it does. Oh my god, we're drawing 640 watts from the wall. So, yeah, still 637 watts from the wall. 636. And this one is now at 605. While my wall meter says 633, 634, 632. Why am I starting a heating device when it's like very hot here? It's a bad choice, bad choices. The wall is still at 631, while this is saying 601. It's now saying 600. The wall is at 629. Power factor of 1. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is literally a resistive load, so 30 watt under. Yeah, it's still under because now it's 5977 here, while on the wall it's 626.6. So it's about 30 watts under. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. It's still 624 at the wall. The voltage is also interesting. My voltage at the wall is saying 223.8, while this device is saying 226.1. And I don't know how from the wall to this device the voltage could increase. That doesn't sound correct. We can also look at the web page. It should also be updating. 2.62 amps. Voltage. Oh, the wattage here. Yeah, so it's slightly underreporting. We're at 620.2 at the wall, and we're at 590 here. From what I know, the Zuri-Tech P10 power recorders are pretty accurate. Okay, well, the hot plate's now at 150 degrees, so I'm going to turn it off. I don't need more heat here. Why did I do this? I turned it off. It didn't register that yet. Okay, yeah. Well, now this thing is warm. That's interesting. Hold on. I think I can put it back in my closet without eating too much stuff. Yeah, that should be okay. Okay, well, so even at 600 watts, it is like 30 watts out, 20-30 watts. But that's about what you should expect from power measurement things like this. I wouldn't expect like 1 or 0.5% accuracy. You cooked your dinner? What? Oh, your kilowatt and the Akira smart plug. Yeah, I think it's pretty standard, the hardware they're using here and how accurate it is. So, right, okay. So adopting it into Home Assistant is pretty easy. Once you fill in the right password and then look into your router what the IP is. Of course, if you have a more flat network, that would have been easier. I get that, but yeah. A new product opportunity. Yeah, are you going to pay 5 times as much to get like 0.1% accuracy? I don't think so. I think it's more important these plugs are like $20 a piece than that they're $60 a piece and 1% accurate. So, you know, it's always a trade-off. I would watch the video. Yeah. Okay. Let me look up the plug on the IoTorero website to see if they have... Let's see. I think we have products ESPhome. And I believe we have this plug with the C3. Which is a really nice chip to use, right? It's much better than the ESP8266, so that's nice. They ask a really low price for these things. I do not understand how they manufacture for that kind of price, but you know. Oh, the measurement of error for active power is about 0.2%. The measurement error for effective current is 0.5%. Oh. Well, that's not right. We certainly saw something different than 0.2%. 16 amp max. Oh, they have a CSE. That's probably the temperature sensor. Yeah, oh, the power sensor I meant, yeah. Over UART. Oh, okay, so it communicates over UART. Interesting. Cool, okay, that's an interesting chip. I don't know, but it seems they have a YAML file download here. So let's go there. Yeah, Atom Smart Plug. Okay, V3, Atom Plug V3. Yeah, so this is for the one we have, that's good. Project version 107, okay. 10-second update interval. It felt slower, but... Some NTP stuff, Wi-Fi, okay. Height energy sensor, okay. So let's look at the configuration. ESPhome, name, friendly name, okay, area. Wow, okay. C3, right. The power mode. Oh, it's so okay. They restore the power mode at boot. And then they have some sort of lambda, okay. Okay, ESP32C3. Okay, they use the Arduino framework. Okay. OTA is enabled for ESPhome. But then again, we can't adopt the configuration, so that's not going to do as much use. Oh, MDNS is actually... Oh no, disabled is false. Okay. So it's enabled. Oh, and they enable IPv6. Okay. Yeah, they use a Wi-Fi AP. Captive portal. Improv for the Bluetooth stuff. Dashboard import. Package import URL. Oh. How does that work? Can I now import it? Add to dashboard. No. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Hold on. So they configure a UART, because the chip uses a UART. Total energy, restore mode, platform mode, okay. Okay. That's a very extensive configuration. Binary sensor, okay, for the status, for the network. The power button, yeah. Oh, and they do timings, okay. Sensors. Oh, they make the Wi-Fi signal a bit nicer. And then we have the sensing chip. So anything under 3 watts is shown as no load. Because the chip isn't accurate enough, which is fair. Voltage, power. Kilowatt hour, okay, apparent power. Total energy. It's a very extensive configuration, that's for sure. Total energy daily. Oh, the button restart. But it also does reset and safe mode. But then how do you... Text sensors, okay, yeah. Some more lambda to calculate some stuff for the uptime. Oh, it uses SNMP, okay. Or SNTP, okay. I mean, I could just ask the time on from Home Assistant, I'd say, but fine. Interesting. There doesn't seem to be any calibration, though. So this is not a calibratable chip, it seems. Let's see over here. Can we calibrate this? Oh, there's a data sheet. Okay. Chip C. Somebody's talking to me on Discord. Let me close that. Discord, bye-bye. A single-phase multi-measuring chip provides high-frequency pulse CF. Oh, okay. Baud rate of 4800. Oh, okay. Interesting. So they have a chip that does everything internally and then just publishes the results through a UART text interface. Huh. Okay. Well, we don't need to read more of that. I think I'm gonna, import it with the configuration, because then I can also update it. Because if we look at the software on it, currently it says ESPhome 2454. Of course, that's what it was flashed with when it shipped. But yeah, well, you could do a software offset, I guess, but download diagnostics. Okay, I don't need that. ESPhome. Yeah. Configure. Allow the device to perform Home Assistant actions. No. Yeah, we still don't have a way to add the dashboard. I think Home Assistant dashboard. Yeah, we still don't have a way to get it into our ESPhome, it seems. I mean, it's not here. No. Yeah, and I mean, for me personally, I'd want all of these devices to be in my ESPhome builder so I can actually change the configuration if I want to. Now, in this case, the configuration seems very extensive, so I'd probably not mess with it. You can only import auto-discovered devices. Yeah, but auto-discover is not going to work on my network. So, show discovered devices. Okay. Well, maybe. Okay, let's refresh. Does it add it? No. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to work on my network, so I wish they'd build a better function for that. I guess I should ask them or tell them or raise a GitHub issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that configuration. Where is it? Here. Oh, they do have a filter in there? Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's import the configuration and then we can mess with it. So, let's open ESPhome Web, fine. No, we don't need ESPhome Web, actually. Do they have an update? Yeah, we can use OTA update in the web interface they expose. So we can actually just create a new configuration, continue, and we're going to call this IO, or what is it, Torero Relay Plug 1. I don't know. I don't need any recommended settings. Oh, okay. IoTorero Relay Plug 1. Next. I don't. Okay. C3. Whatever. Skip. Edit. Select everything. Paste. So we're just gonna. You ask ChatGPT for a calibration YAML. Yeah, but that can just be imagined by ChatGPT. Current name, current accuracy, decimal 3, filters. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you can filter, but then the problem is with these plugs, the amount they deviate differs by the amount of power that's currently being used, and it doesn't scale linearly. So a simple filter like that will not do, because then the values will just be wrong with different power usages. So you need to calibrate 5 watt, 10 watt, 20 watt, 50 watt, 100 watt, 200 watt, 500 watt, 1000 watt, 2000 watt, and 3000 watt. You need to calibrate all of those, and then you need to adjust it on a curve based on like 10 measurement points around that curve, because otherwise it's always going to be shit. There's no way you can do a single offset, because that will just change when it's wrong. PID tune that plug, yeah. So you need to do like lots of measurements and then lots of tuning, and from what I can see in the configuration, well, the configuration is now in ESPhome, they have not done that. Substitutions. Oh, these are all substitutions. Oh, okay. So in theory, then, we don't need to change anything. So the name is... Let's try that. Oh, IoTorero Relay Plug 1. Friendly name AthemPlug V3. That's fine. Whatever description. Okay. Sensor update. Current. Oh, this is, I need to look that up. I think it's Quindorian.iot. Time zone. Oh, well, I'd like it to just get time from Home Assistant. But maybe we'll change that part of the configuration later. Fast Wi-Fi, no. This says US, but it's it shouldn't say US, it should say EU, I think. Can you show us how to properly rename ESPhome devices, including entity IDs? I don't know. I just delete them and then add them again. That's probably a better way. I don't know. Oh, the name is false. What is wrong with the name? Oh, I probably shouldn't use this kind of name. Okay. Should it be... Is that better? No. Doesn't like it. I is an invalid character. Okay. Oh, it can't have capitals. Okay. More capitals. Okay. Oh, now it's happy. Okay, good. So let's save this. And what we can do, but then it'll forget our Wi-Fi network. So we can add our Wi-Fi bit. Let's go out of here and let's go to I don't know, this one for instance. Let's copy our Wi-Fi bit. Oh, and also our all our stuff here. Except this. Well, we'll take it out. Are we going to make our own configuration? Yeah, we're going to make our own configuration. We're also going to rip out all that time stuff. So, oh, damn it. I always do that. Where is my plug? What? Where's the plug? Didn't I save it? I did. Oh, here it is. Jesus. Okay. So all that stuff about OTA and Wi-Fi, let's paste it over here. API also. So Wi-Fi we take out again. This we delete. So now we have the API and OTA and time in there. Then for Wi-Fi, we don't need it to spawn an access point. We just want it to connect to our configured network that we use on all our stuff. So that's easy. Captive portal, that's fine. I don't need improv anymore. Dashboard import URL. Yeah, I wish I could just import this somehow. I don't know. So we're going to leave all of this. Okay, binary sensor, blah, 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 sensors. Okay. And we're going to take out the time part also, because I just wanted to ask Home Assistant for the time. Text sensor. So it's doing uptime. Okay, there. Time, platform. Well, we're just going to take out this whole part. I don't need it to ask for time. Or I don't need it to look up time from NTP. Let me try and make this a bit bigger for you. There. Yeah. So, button. Energy. Oh, it does. Oh, it does from watt to kilowatt is 0.01. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any tuning in here. I think the chip comes calibrated basically. Right, so we took out their Wi-Fi part and we put in our own. And we took out their API and OTA and time and we put in our own. So then all of this probably doesn't matter either. So the other things I don't know what they do, so I'm just going to leave them in there. So let's save this and manual download and see if it compiles. And then we can use the ESPhome web interface to upload it. And that should adopt it automatically to our network. Then we'll delete it in Home Assistant and re-add it. And that should do it. So we can't do Wi-Fi. We could if we maybe did some changes, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do a factory format download, and then we have to say keep. And we're going to go to the web interface, and there we can say choose file, IoTorero Relay plug 1, update. Yeah, I know. This should work. If I messed up, yeah, these things don't have USB-C plugs with... Oh, update successful. Nice. These things don't have USB-C plugs with UART on there, so that's a problem. But in theory, as long as you get the Wi-Fi part correct, it should connect, right? Let's see if it did. I don't know. Uh-oh. I don't know. Update successful. Okay. Oh, okay. It's still up. How long has it been up? Uptime 0 seconds. Okay. It's a tutorial, yes. Oh, no, this is just how I do it. I don't know if it's meant as a tutorial. So now in Home Assistant, so would I be able to connect to it? I don't know. No, wait. Let's save. Can I do the logs thing? Or is it? Nope. Missed it. What? Oh, Athen plug v3. Okay, yeah. Logs. But okay, it doesn't understand the IP address because it doesn't have a DNS name, but we still know its IP. We still know its IP address. So it can't connect because it's trying to connect to this DNS name, which I would normally add, and then it'd be fine. But we can't do that. So we're going to go to Wi-Fi. And I know we can't flash it right now, but we're still going to go to Wi-Fi. And then we're going to say use address, and then our IP address that we know it has. And in my network, it's going to keep that network, it's going to keep that IP for a year, so that's fine. And now if we hit logs, although we just changed it on this side, we told ESPhome, okay, you need to use this IP address. And then, in theory, connection error. Connection lost? Invalid password? What do you mean? Can't connect the ESPhome API? What? What do you... But the password is just the password. Do they have another OTA, something in here? OTA. No, the OTA is the OTA password. But somehow it thinks it's something else now? What? Let's try it again. Let's hit F5. There. Logs. Hello? Nope. It's for some reason... Okay, let's reboot the plug. Okay. Let's see if it connects to Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's reassociating. Okay, syntax error. There, but I used a secret. I mean, what does it expect? Logs. Nope. Successfully connected. Okay. But then can't connect the ESPhome API. Invalid password. But the API. But the API is just this password. It's the, that's why I don't type the passwords. So what? That makes no sense. Does that make any sense to anybody? I mean, if I have a preset ESPhome API password, check the API password from the original YAML. Yeah, that's nothing. There is no API password in there. So if you look at the this one, let's go back. And then over here, they have API and then just nothing, so there's no password. And also for OTA, they also don't have a password. Oh, OTA is wrong. I have to add this, actually. Oh, no, I did that. Okay. Huh. How does that work? Well, let's see if we can add it to Home Assistant. I need to look at the password real quick. One moment. What? No. Hold on. Yeah, these are all my normal passwords. I don't understand why. We're just gonna delete that one first. Hold on. So we go to devices and services, and we go to ESPhome. This Atom plug needs to go. Delete. Delete. Okay. And then we're gonna add an integration. It is an ESPhome integration. And this is 127. What? How do you mean? What? Why? It doesn't need to know my password? Something is odd here. Hey, it didn't update. Huh. That's why it's wrong. Right. So okay. That explains why this isn't working. Oh wait. Where's my? So this isn't working because it never updated. But then maybe I can do it differently if I just say I want to do an OTA, but I'm just gonna use the non-passworded OTA. That would allow me to install it wirelessly, because now it knows which IP it has. I think. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's uploading. Nice. Now, of course, there could be a reason why it didn't update, and now we're doing it anyway. Oh, yeah. So, okay, and we now add the OTA password again. No, can we add the OTA password? Huh. How do we set an OTA password when it has none? So currently it has no OTA password, but we want to set an OTA password, but as soon as we set an OTA password, it tries to connect with the OTA password, so it can't. Okay. Well, let's see if it at least boots now. Why this takes so long in new versions, I don't know. So it's just saying this. Oh, okay. Boot seems successful. Okay. So then we need to delete this again. Oh, authentication What? Needs attention. Reconfigure. And then it needs to know the encryption key. What? Okay. I need to not show you this. Hold on. Do I have an encryption key in there? I don't think I have an encryption key. But I do have an API password, so maybe it wants that. So my API password is this. So let's paste in my API password. No, why? Enable transport encryption or change the encryption key. I don't understand. Yeah, kind of there, Alexander. Now it's only my API key, so that's okay. I don't have an encryption key. So, okay, if I just say submit. No. Okay, we're just gonna delete it then. Bye. You just joined and you saw a password already. Well, lucky you. Now I need to change all my passwords. What was it? 127? Yeah. Okay, submit. Enter the for the configuration. Submit, I think. Yeah, okay. You hate when that happens. Yeah, me too. But yeah. Just create a new device and copy paste it from there. Yeah, but then how do you flash it? Because I tried flashing it through the web interface. That didn't work. So, yeah. Oh, this configuration is much newer than the one we had on the device. So now we have firmware 107 and the newest, or the ESPhome version this my Home Assistant is running. We can do the switch. We can select the power state. That's nice. And we have the sensors. %, signal. Okay. Well, that's a nice way to do that. It's better than dB, I guess, for most people. Okay, so now we have it in ESPhome, so we should also be able to do this. I guess it doesn't log much, though. Normally when you flash it for the first time, enabling the key, it just goes on. Yeah, but we're not able to flash this using USB or whatever, so the only option is an OTA update. So, I mean, we can try it. We can re-enable the OTA. So let's, we take this one away. And say save, install wireless. Maybe there's something like old OTA, new OTA, or some variable like that. Oh, I deleted the log line. Okay. Oh, it is OTAing. Okay. So now it has an OTA password? Well, you can try. Because if we try to do it again, it now has to use the password. So I disabled the logger, huh? No, logger is here. Oh, and logging level. Okay, it's only on info. Okay, let's put it on debug, because then we get more info. Right, so something with an empty OTA password you can flash with an OTA password, and then it takes over the OTA password, I guess. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, it's a bit much logging, but you know. Right, so the method to adopt it is still a bit how you doing if you can't adopt it if you're on the same Wi-Fi network as everything at the same time, right? Or the same IP subnet, basically. That kind of sucks. But that's more of an ESPhome issue. That's not a plug issue, right? The plug seems to be working just fine. I need to adjust this camera to the lighting conditions. There. Yeah, it's still reporting voltage a bit high, 22.57, while my plug is saying 22.32. But you know, that's okay. Plug something in to see if it still measures. Sure. We'll take my small hot plate. There we go. Yeah, I mean, at some point, ESPhome switched all to MDNS, and then all of this, I have a proper Wi-Fi network and a proper network stuff kind of broke. They later added it back a little bit with being able to do IP and the use address and things like that, but still not great for some stuff. Okay, power on? Oh wait, the plug is off. There. Okay, it's starting. We're drawing 312 watts from the wall, and we're seeing 293 over here. More heat production, yeah, exactly. Oh, and now the update is more often. Because before it was like half a minute, I think. Now it's every 10 seconds. That was in the configuration, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, the wall is still at 312.5, and this is at 296.2. I mean, it's not bad, in my opinion. It's just not 0.2%. Maybe it is at 10 amps or something, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, 296.1, and the wall is 312.3. It does sound close to linear, but then we've only tried 2300 and 600. Who knows what it's at 1500 or 2500, right? Yeah, the wall went to 311.4, and this is now 295.8. Yeah. That all seems good. Everything seems to work. This is probably now going impossible power factor. What? If you look at the debug logging, it's getting a power factor of above 1, and then it's going to say, yeah, that's not possible. That's a negative number for reactive power. That's all not possible. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. Oh wow, it's really mad. Impossible power factor. Impossible reactive power, yeah. But that's because of the load, right? Normally, most other loads would not have a power factor of 1. And it's reporting it correctly, so that's fine. This hot plate is now at 1. Oh, it actually turned off. Yeah. This graph is still, you know, nothing. Can we make that smaller? The 13th to the 13th, and we want 2200 to 20. Let's say 35 and 25. Select. Okay. 300 watts. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's Taoist. I don't think I saw the reactive power before. Yeah. You want to cook your burrito? No, I'm going to turn it off. It's only 155 degrees. That's not that hot. So let me put this over here. Should be okay. Okay, well, we've only been going 1.5 hours, but I don't want to take it steam too long today because it is just too warm. It seems to work fine. Accuracy is what I'd expect, not what the spec sheet says, but maybe with a different type of load, it'll be better. I don't know. I could warm, yeah, that's true. Form factor is pretty nice. It's just standard type plastic deal, but it's rounded edges and looks okay. There's a button on there. Let's see what it does. Yeah, okay. The button controls the relay, so you can manually, switch it. And since it's now in Home Assistant, we can switch it any time we'd like. LED season will be here again. I have some LED content planned, but maybe also some server content, things like that. It's fun to switch it up a little bit. I think. I don't know what you guys think, but... And I can look at these things by myself, of course. But I think it's a fun topic to look at during a live stream and then see if you like the way how it works or not, instead of a pre-produced video where everything basically works. I like to adopt these things into my home the way I like to use them. That's why I buy an ESPhome device. And well, these things allow that. Even our little button here, let's see how long it takes this time. If it does it at all. It's not happening. Nope. Let's push it again. Now it worked. Even this button here, you know, we might do another live stream where we try to hook it up to ESP now or maybe Bluetooth. I don't know. I like the hardware. The hardware is good, but yeah. And this relay, yeah, low cost relay, but it comes with ESPhome. You don't have to do any hackery. If you import it normally, it seems it goes into the ESPhome dashboard too, so you could even update it. But then again, you won't get the new configuration. Maybe you will, because it does have something in the configuration where it has an import URL. Let me check. Yeah, so it has a dashboard import feature, which then basically takes up this file. Let me look up the dashboard import feature on ESPhome itself. Maybe we should just look in the manual. Hold on. Sharing ESPhome that we've added this, okay, public location for the YAML file. But then how does it work? Name and suffix, project, ESP32 improv, blah blah blah, Wi-Fi AP, yeah, okay. Yeah, but then how do I import it? I get that, okay, so you can point where the configuration is and things like that. I guess during the normal import process, that would get added somehow, and then you can update the device. But then why doesn't it work when I just join it in Home Assistant? Because I use the Home Assistant way to add it, right? It doesn't auto-discover. That's the only difference. I just add it. But then why would that make a difference? Why wouldn't there be a button add to ESPhome configurations and then download from the URL that's included and, you know, update it, and here's your configuration and edit if you want. Jim, yes. On the ESP32 AE Plus, those use extra pins than the normal pins, so Q1 to Q4 and all the LED channels and stuff will still be available. Yeah, the power it uses is about 1.2 watt. That's fine. After they adopt the device into their own ESPhome dashboard, but then how do I do that? No clue. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll need to look into it more. Maybe there is a button that does it. Somewhere over here. I don't think so. But then if there is, it's not obvious enough. Yeah, there's no import or anything here either. I have some plans for an ESP32 P4 in the future, Mike here. But those are slow plans, right? Might not even be this year, probably beginning of next year. But yeah. No, the URL is the same one as we have over here. So this URL. I just don't understand how it's supposed to work on the Home Assistant side. I mean, if they'd have a button here in Home Assistant in this part, which said add configuration to config builder or I don't know, something like that, right? Then that'd be perfect. But they don't. That will make it a lot easier. That's for sure. Because otherwise I think the mechanism's pretty good. But, I mean, that makes me a bit hesitant to ship devices this way. Because if they don't have a really flat standard network that can use Discovery, then it will never work. And then they have to do all the crap we did today. And for someone knowledgeable, that's fine. But someone who just wants it to work and be able to update their devices, this is not transparent, and they won't know how to do that. Right? And it's scary because you have to reflash a device, and if you make a mistake somewhere, it's bricked. And then opening it up and serial, I know you can do all that, but that's not what you want someone to do. You know, you don't want end users to have to do that. So there's just one missing link, and that is the button here that says add configuration to ESPhome. Maybe I should talk to someone about that. I don't know. Yeah. Because they probably think, oh, it's auto-discovered anyway. So. Yeah, probably, Johnny. But then again, yeah, am I not a normal person? What are you trying to say here? Oh, you have these plugs, the V2. Okay. Well, you should never open it while it's plugged in, Dutch Taurus. Then you definitely deserve the stupidity prize. But, you know. I guess if it's an American sold product, it needs to say in the manual, do not open while plugged in. Sorry if I just offended a lot of Americans. They were auto-discovered in ESPhome, and then you move them to another network. Sure. But my Wi-Fi network, my LAN network, my everything network is all different subnets and VLANs, so I can't do that. It's stupid to have. I don't want to go into this discussion again. But to have everything on a single subnet with Wi-Fi clients is stupid, because your Wi-Fi will go to shit. I have 50 devices online. If you don't have a separated network and everything is just broadcasting to everything, it's going to be crap. So, yeah. No, I'm not going to open it up. I actually want to use this for my girlfriend. They can do the IoT Wi-Fi network, yeah, but then does the auto discovery still work, or do they have like these MDNS bridges or something like that? Yes, the fish are going to get automated, yes. Now that this is adopted, I can just make some rules for it and done. Well, it's actually a bit warm. Yeah, they have the relay thing. Yeah, okay. Works perfectly. Cool. Well, she'll be happy with it. She had to wait a little bit for it, so. Just edit the code and upload the correct YAML. Yeah, but if it's not in your dashboard, you can't do that. So that's the problem. Yeah. Although we just saw that it comes with a blank OTA, so I guess we could just force OTA it, and then it would adopt itself. I don't know. You know, it's a bit messy. Totally separate Wi-Fi AP, so you don't care about broadcast at all. It still takes up airspace. I guess it's a bit better, but yeah. I just have 5 APs which have 4 SSIDs each, so you know I don't want to mess with having separate Wi-Fi access points. That's beyond the point. Oh, it even has for those who care, I don't know, or this is important basically. It seems to have child safety locks there. That's good. We don't earn enough to install extra APs. Exactly. We have to make one AP do everything. No, okay, I have 5. But yeah. But yeah, if I need to give an end conclusion for this product, disclaimer, I got this for free during the Home Assistant Community Day. So far, this is good. And I like the configuration they wrote. So this configuration is especially the new version here with the power state selection and all the things it measures. And you can factory reset it and restart it and all this data. That's good. They wrote a very nice configuration for it. So that's attention to detail that I like. That's good. And hardware-wise, I can't tell you how long it's going to last. My old Wi-Fi plugs basically all started dying after 3, 4, 5 years. I have no idea. But this is a new design with an ESP32C3, which, in my opinion, is the right ESP32 to use. So overall, I quite like it. It's good. Pricing is great. I can't match that pricing, that's for sure. So yeah. Yeah, the YAML file is very thorough. Yeah, they definitely sat down and built that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, I'm not sure yet what we're going to do next week. I might have a video. We might live stream, or there might be nothing. I guess that's all the choices that could happen. So, that tells you nothing. Oh, they fall off the network and have to restart them sometime. Oh, okay. Yeah, on the other ones I had, the power supplies went bad. So they'd start rebooting like once every 2 months, once every month, once every week, 4 times every week, 2 times every day, and then they started rebooting like 5 times every minute. So that makes it totally unusable. So yeah, and that didn't happen to one. I had 16 of those plugs, or 15, I don't know. You can actually see some remnants still. If you look in my ESPhome configuration, yeah, Energy 16 is still in there, and Energy 17. So I had a lot of these plugs, but I've now decommissioned all of them because the power supplies on all of them started to fail. So, yeah. For this one, I have no idea. It seems like good hardware so far, and I like their attention to... I like their attention to detail and things like that. So, yeah, so far, good. Johnny comes in with 100 SEKs for the CEO fund. You still have 15, yeah, in the box somewhere doing nothing. Yeah, those are the GoSund ones, mister. Yeah, when was the articles I did about that? Let me check. ESPhome says it's online. Well, 1 or 2 might still be, but they're not in any critical use. Simple relay control, video doorbell, automated. Oh, here we go. This article here was written on February 22 of 2019. So that's, let's say, 6 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, there was a whole video series about that and how to convert them and yeah, blah blah blah. So that was fun, but yeah, those started failing after like 3-4 years. Or even earlier. So wireless power. No, maybe some is online. Oh, and no, these are offline. Oh, Energy 15 is online. Let's see what it's doing. I don't know where Energy 15 is connected. Oh, it's probably measuring the... oh, no. Oh, okay. Well, stupid updates. ESP8266. Does this have a name other than Energy 15? No. So here we did the calibration manually. Yeah. But then, do I have it in my ESPhome also? Yeah, Energy 15. Okay, yeah, it's indeed still online. How long has it been online? What? It's been online 7 million. Let me calculate that. I wish ESPhome or ESP itself had a function for that instead of relying on ESPhome. But so divided by 60, divided by 60, divided by 24. It's been online 89 days. So this one is not failing. And we're currently doing 0. Oh, okay. It did 10 watts here and there. What plug is this? I don't know what this... Oh, this might be the plug that powers my subwoofer. So I have a that's it. Yeah. I have a automation that when my TV is on, it turns on my subwoofer, and when my TV is off, it turns off my subwoofer, basically. So we can look at that in automations. Living room auto turn on subwoofer. Yeah, Energy 15. Well, it's a 10-inch, several hundred watt subwoofer, but then I don't know what it measures, so yeah. Oh, it also turns on my lights and things like that behind the TV. Yeah. Cool. I like Home Assistant, ESPhome, and the whole ecosystem. It's a bit techy still. And I know they're trying to improve that, but I like the techie aspect of it. You know, it gives a lot of flexibility. Although last time we learned that, you know, sometimes it's still a bit bodgy how to do things. I wish I had a secret, Philip. I've been working on some stuff, but that's not ready to share yet. Yeah. So I think we're just going to call it. I hope you guys enjoy these type of live streams where we just look at a product and try and configure it for the way we want it to work. Otherwise, videos. We had a video last week, and we'll have LED live streams and stuff like that. Also, any news on the house? We're looking for aannemers. So we've been in contact with several building parties, and we're trying to decide which building party we'd like to go with to, you know, put the house down. So, work on the house has been down since January, so I've recently started it up after some other projects were finally finished. So I'm excited to get that going again. Contractors, yeah. You're a general contractor, I guess, or I don't know how you call that. But basically, we need a hoofdaannemer, and he will have several subcontractors and things like that. And especially the one for the electrical will need to talk my language. But We'll see. We'll see. Cool. I thank you all for hanging out with me and taking a look at this, again, product I got for free. And there are links in the video description if you also want to pick one up. As far as I can tell now, and as you have been able to see in this live stream, it's pretty good. I like it. Native ESPhome, no hacking needed. Perfect. And yeah, I hope to see you back in a new video, in a new live stream, or on the Discord server. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.